Okay, class, and welcome back to the second sessions of our online learnings. And I hope you enjoyed the first video sessions because in the first video sessions, you study the way and the techniques on how to give a presentation. Now, let's move on to the second sessions for today's class. And for the second sessions, as usual, you are going to study the blueprint books. Now we are on the lesson 2, which is with better show up early. And this lesson is on page 38. And if you open your books to page 38, you will be able to see the pictures of people who are happy with their game, right? And from Monday class, you already learned some of the important vocabularies, and those vocabulary are still on the whiteboard today. And because those vocabulary are very important, that is why in today's video, we will review those vocabulary and to test how can you remember what you have learned. In today's lesson, there will be 3 main activities for you to do. For the first activity, you are going to listen to the conversations to familiar with those difficult words and to recall what those people are talking about. And the second activity, you are going to look at some of the difficult words that you have learned from yesterday, and we will look at the definitions and match the word with the correct definitions. Last but not least, you need to listen to the conversation again. But this time, you need to listen carefully because after the end of the listening, there will be 3 questions for you to answer. And this is the way to improve your listening skill. Because if you are able to listen and understand their conversation, it means that these 3 questions you can easily answer. However, if you cannot answer this question, which means that you cannot understand their conversation, and you need to improve your listening skill along the way. So without any further ado, what we are going to do first in today's lesson, sure, we need to listen to a conversation. Everyone, are you ready? Okay, good. Now, listen to your conversation.
Track 18.
Hey, Ben. You weren't in class yesterday. Were you sick?
No, I'm fine. I went to cheer for my brother Ethan's college basketball team. It was such an excellent game.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
They were behind by 1 point, and there were 5 seconds left. Then, Ethan got the ball and scored. It was incredible.
Wow. So I guess your brother's a good player.
The best on the team, and it's a good team. I highly recommend you go and watch sometime. In fact, I'm going to their game on Wednesday if you're free.
I am. What time?
It starts at 7 p.m., but we'd better show up early to get good seats. Can you meet me here at 6:15?
Alright, so I hope you finished those listening and you can recall some of those difficult words now. Now let's check the answer of these words on the whiteboard. There are 6 vocabularies here on the whiteboard, and there are also 6 definitions as well. Before I'll give you the answer, I would like you to think what is the correct answer for letter A up until letter F. Which definitions that it fit with letter A, letter B, and letter C. So everyone, you should spend around 2 or 3 minutes think about the correct answer. And along the way, when you are trying to do this exercise, make sure you take note of these difficult words. Even though these words you have already learned from the previous lesson, but make sure you are able to pronounce and to spell all these words correctly. Okay, everyone, I hope you get a better idea of the meaning of each individual words already. Now let's check the answer all together. So let's start with letter A, which is the word excellent. What does it mean, excellent? I would like to give you a short tip regarding to doing this type of exercise. First of all, you need to figure out the definitions. Sorry, you don't need, if in case you don't know the definition, right? You can guess the meaning of the word by looking at the part of speech, the function of the word. So the word excellent, what is the function of this word? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Is it the adjective? The way to remember is ENT here, which is the word that ends with NT. Most of the time, not always, most of the time, it is function as an adjective. Look at the word important, okay? Important, it also ends with NT, so it is an adjective. So the word excellent function as an adjective. And look at the definitions. There are 3 adjectives here. So the first one, remaining, is it correct? No. Extremely good. Yes, if you get excellent, which means you get 10 over 10, full score, very good. A. Letter B, which is show up. So show up is a phrasal verb and it functions as a verb. So how many verbs are there in the definitions? There are only two verbs. So look at the first one, to get point in game. No. And the last one, to arrive at a place. It is the correct definitions. Letter C, which is left. Left here, it can function as a verb and it also functions as an adjective. But in the context of sport, in the context of game, left here means it functions as an adjective. So the meaning of the adjective, we have only 2, remaining and having fewer points. So which one is the correct answer? Okay, remaining. Let's say you have 5 minutes left. It means that you have 5 minutes remaining. Letter D, which is score, it also functions as a verb and you have only 1 verb here. So D, to get points in game. Letter E, which is second. If we talk about the order, first, second, third, sure, it is become in the second place, which is the the second, right? But the other meaning when we talk about time, seconds refer to a minor or small time unit. We have hour. In 1 hour, we have 60 minutes. And in 1 minute, we have 60 seconds. So second here is 1 over 60 in a minute. Last but not least, we have the word behind. And in the game, if you are behind another team, which means you have less score than the other team, letter F. Very good. I hope that this vocabulary will help you answer these 3 questions along the way. So now I would like you to listen to the conversation again. And this time, vocabulary is not a problem for you at all because you already learned a lot of vocabulary. But what you need to do is to listen for specific informations. And those informations are the question on the whiteboard. So question A, what sport are they talking about? The key word here to answer this question is the word sport. You need to pay attention to the type of sport they are talking about. Second, what happened during the game? So, during the game, which is the key word that you need to look for. Last but not least, why Harleys need to show up early on weekends? So the word show up. Okay, I'm sorry, it is not the weekend, but Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Now you already know what to listen for. It's good to listen to this conversation again. Now let's listen.
Track 18.
Hey, Ben. You weren't in class yesterday. Were you sick?
No, I'm fine. I went to cheer for my brother Ethan's college basketball team. It was such an excellent game.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
They were behind by 1 point, and there were 5 seconds left. Then Ethan got the ball and scored. It was incredible.
Wow. So I guess your brother's a good player.
The best on the team, and it's a good team. I highly recommend you go and watch sometime. In fact, I'm going to their game on Wednesday if you're free.
I am. What time?
It starts at 7 p.m., but we'd better show up early to get good seats. Can you meet me here at 6:15?
Okay, so I hope you get all the important information to help you answer these 3 questions. Without any further ado, let's answer this question all together. And I'm not going to write down, but I just give you a key information that I get from the listening as well. So the first question, what sport are they talking about? The answer is only one word. They are talking about basketball game, right? And the second one, what is not written like this. I'm sorry everyone. What like this, okay? What happens during the game? So during the game, the boys' brother, the team, left behind the other team. But in the last minute, the brother team, the team of the, what do we say? The boy has a brother and his brother play in that team, right? So that team win the game in the last minute. He can earn the score in the last minute. It's very, very surprising, right? Because let's say we have 5 minutes and you can make your lose situations to become a win. Yeah, it's very amazing. And the last thing, why Hallie needed to show up early on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, there will be another game, right? And the boy suggests Hallie, which is the girl, to show up early because the game is quite popular, right? Basketball is kind of popular and people really enjoy those games. They want to watch those people play the game. So there will be a lot of people. So it's a good idea to show up early in order to get the place to sit. So these are the important information from the listening, and if you are able to answer these 3 questions correctly, your listening skills are very, very good. So now everyone, it's come to the end of our second session for today, and I hope you enjoy all the lesson and you learn a lot along the way. Anyway, don't forget to do your homeworks and practice some of the exercise in your classwork, because I already know that you are very good at using the Google form, right? So just go to the link that your homeroom teacher gave you and take that opportunities as a review lessons. So everyone, don't forget to submit your answer. Now it's time to say goodbye and see you again in the next one. Goodbye.